Hello everyone, we're Group 4 and welcome to our video. Today, our topic is Epistemology, the philosophy of knowledge. We will talk about what knowledge is, how we gain it, and how we can tell what's true. But before we start, here is a question for you. How do you know that the world you see is real and not just a dream or a simulation? That sounds strange, but it's a question philosophers have been asking for centuries. Now, with that question in mind, let's begin our exploration of epistemology.
Epistemology is the philosophical study of knowledge, and its study of nature, origin, and the scope of knowledge and the epistemic justification. In this sense, epistemology is not only about what knowledge is, but also how we acquire it and whether we can trust it. As Aristotle once said, all men by nature desire to know, but what does it actually mean to know something? This is a core question of epistemology, requiring us to examine both subjective experience and objective standards. Knowledge is more than belief, it requires justification and truth. Epistemology raises some of most fundamental questions in philosophy. What is the nature of knowledge? What are the obstacles to the attainment of knowledge? What can be known? How does knowledge differ from opinion or belief? These questions push us to examine how knowledge is formed, validated, and distinguished from mere belief. Different philosophical schools give different answers. Some believe knowledge comes from sense experience, others stress reason, intuition, or social construction. There are also debates about the degrees of reliability and whether knowledge must be contextual or practical. Since knowledge is the goal of most research, understanding epistemology helps clarify what counts as knowledge. It guides research in evaluating evidence and logical. And in everyday life, it helps us judge the truth and the reliability of information we face.
Condition of knowledge is belief. A person cannot know something unless they believe it. Belief is a mental state where someone thinks a statement is true. For example, if Sarah says, "I know it is raining outside, but she doesn't believe it's raining," then her sentence doesn't make sense. Without belief, there is no mental agreement with the statement. Belief is needed for knowledge, but it's not enough by itself. Truth is the second essential condition. A belief must match the real world to count as knowledge. Truth means that a statement fits the facts or what really happens. Truth is important because it helps tell the difference between just belief and the real knowledge. The third part, justification, is about having reasons or proof for a belief. It's not enough to just believe something true. There must be good reasons for it. This is what makes a belief real knowledge, not just a lucky guess. Justification means the belief comes from good thinking, experience, or evidence, not from luck or mistake.
Epistemology is study of knowledge. It asks what is knowledge, how do we know something is true. There are several major theories. Rationalism says knowledge comes from reason and thinking. Empiricism says knowledge comes from sense experience. Skepticism questions if we can really know anything at all. Premillennialism focuses on what works in real life. Constructivism says knowledge is shaped by our background and culture. Let's compare rationalism and empiricism. First one believes that we are born with some ideas and we gain knowledge through logic. For example, math can be understood just by thinking. And second, believe we learn through experience by seeing, hearing, or touching something. A baby knows fire is hot after feeling it. In short, rationalism we know by reason, empiricism we know by experience. Today, many scholars think that real knowledge comes from both reason and experience.
Throughout history, our understanding of knowledge has evolved.
From the Renaissance's focus on the reason and science to the Enlightenment emphasis on individual rational thought to the scientific revolutions focused on experimentations and evidence, each major historical shift has pushed us to rethink knowledge and truth. These historical moments have brought new perspective on how we understand what we know.
What is truth? There are three main theories of truth that help us understanding this concept. First, the correspondence theory, which say that the truth is what matches reality. For example, the statement "the Earth is round" is true because it corresponds to the actual shape of our planet. Second, the coherence theory suggests that the truth is what fits within a consistent system of beliefs. So, the Earth is round is true because it aligns with other scientific theories like gravity and physics, which all fit together in a coherent understanding of the world. Finally, the pragmatic theory views the truth as what works in practice. According to this theory, the Earth is round is true because it helps us navigate the ocean and plan successful travel routes. It's useful and practical for our everyday life. Each theory offers a different way to understand what makes something true. They help us explore not just what true is, but how we use it to understand the world around us.
Knowledge is the bridge between tradition and innovation. In Chinese philosophy, Confucianism emphasized moral cultivation and society harmony, while Dainism advocates for alignment with the natural order. This tradition values introspection and holistic understanding. In Islamic thought, the pursuit of knowledge is a divine obligation. Scholars like A.I. Farabi and Ibn Sina integrated Greek philosophy with Islamic teachings, emphasizing reason and empirical observation. Both cultures demonstrate that tradition and science are not opposite forces but complementary paths to understanding truth. By integrating ethical framework with empirical inquiry, they offer holistic epistemologies that remain relevant today.
Can we truly know what we know? Today we talk about three patterns of knowledge: belief, truth, and reason. We also introduce two ideas, rationalism and empiricism. Knowledge changes with history, culture, and science. There's so much information now. How do we know what's true? Do we really understand what we think we know? We hope this question makes you think more about what knowledge really means.